See you there. Hi, my name's Leslie Prune, and my great-grandmother was the famous choreographer Agnes de Mille. She married my great-grandfather, Walter Prune, which is where I get the last name. But anyway, so because my grandmother was such a great choreographer, I've been trying to take some more dance classes to learn more about ballet, and I've been doing a lot of research on a movement called Ballet Eclecticism. Confused? Let me help you out. Come on. Eclecticism is a certain approach that doesn't hold strictly to a single set of rules or assumptions, but instead draws upon many ideas and insights into a subject. In the 20th century, American dancers started to believe that traditionalism was an inappropriate and inadequate means of expression, especially in dance. Russian European ballet was no longer expressing how the dancers were feeling. What they needed was a break from the traditional ballet rules. Choreographers became more contemporary and modern in their work, and they began to look for subject matter from their native land, America. Isadora Duncan was one of the first to break away from traditionalism, mainly in dance, but also in other aspects of American culture. She was a theorist of dance, a critic of modern society, a feminist, and a poet. She restored dance to its high standing and traced its roots as a sacred art, practically by herself. Her choreography was inspired by the classical Greek arts, folk dances, social dances, nature, natural forces, and new American athleticism that included skipping, tossing, leaping, jumping, and running. She is credited to be the inventor of modern dance. There are so many other people who made this movement possible. Let's see, there's Ruth St. Denis and her husband Ted Shawn, George Balanchine, Jerome Robbins, my great-grandmother, of course. Here, I think it would help if we talked to an expert on the subject. How about famous Broadway choreographer Susan Stroman? Susan Stroman has also steered away from ballet traditionalism in her own choreography, which can be seen in big Broadway shows like Young Frankenstein, or revivals of old shows like Oklahoma and Showboat, Oklahoma, which my great-grandmother originally choreographed. Susan, there is so much here. Where do we even start? Well, Leslie, I guess we should start with the Denis-Shawn form of dance, started by Ruth St. Denis and her husband Ted Shawn in LA in 1915. It's known by some as the cradle of American modern dance because it provided major training for several stars like Martha Graham, Doris Humphrey, and Charles Weidman. Denis and Shawn both loved to read, especially religious, philosophical, and cultural texts. So a lot of their choreography was inspired by other cultures' values. Denis got the inspiration for some of his movements from religious dances of the Orient, whereas Shawn got his inspirations from Americanist culture. He used symbols that especially fit the male dancer, such as athletes, Indians, and farmers. Was it only these two individuals who took this approach in 20th century America? No, many others followed by looking for subject matter and inspiration from their native land and its themes. Some specific examples are Billy the Kid, choreography by Eugene Mooring, and Filling Station, which was Lou Christensen. And of course her grandma for rodeo. Yes, which featured the Wild West. Agnes changed the choreography of Broadway with her work in Oklahoma, which I revived, especially with the ballet dance sequence, which inspired Jerome Robbins in Fancy Free. In that musical, he integrated jazz, tap, and modern into his ballet choreography. What about George Balanchine? I hear he's really important too. Yes, he is known as being the co-founder of the School of American Ballet, which is now New York City Ballet. However, he really irked some people with his disregard of simple, traditional opera ballets. His works rarely had a storyline or elaborate decor. For example, his choreography for Aegon was a turning point for ballet, in that classical technique was stretched and explored as never before. The music by Stravinsky was in a complete 12-tone style. Wow, this is a lot of information. Maybe we should just wrap it up. Wait, we haven't even talked about Anthony Tudor yet. Originally from England, he brought a whole new dimension of ballet to the U.S., the psychological element. Examining the psyche and expressing it was extremely important to Tudor in ballet, and he wanted his dancers not only to be good technicians, but strong actors. Leslie? Leslie. I'm guessing we should start wrapping things up then. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you found this stuff interesting, like me and Susan do. Especially Susan. She could go on forever. But anyway, I have to go back to studying for my ballet midterm. I'll catch you later. Hopefully you'll see me at the New York City Ballet. Bye! Oh, there's a nasty spider. Ew, 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 ew.